So we were down here earlier walking the dog by the river and enjoying the sunset. And what an amazing sunset it was. But I saw something that excited me even more than the sunset. Let's go and take a look. I've come back here with my basket. So as you can probably guess, it's something that we can enjoy eating. Let's get down and have a look and see what it is. So down here at the spot that you may remember we saw the wild garlic earlier in the year, I spotted that. That over there, if I'm not much mistaken, is a very highly prized fungus called chicken of the woods. Let's get over there and check it out before we lose the light. Okay, there stands between us a river. However, got my Crocs on, just gonna paddle through. Fortunately it's not too deep. Get us over there, have a look at this fungus. This is a chestnut tree, I think, that fell a couple of years back. Yes, and absolutely unmistakable fungus, chicken of the woods. Now, I say unmistakable because I've never actually seen this in real life before. I've only ever seen it in textbooks and videos, other people's videos, but it's really almost impossible to mistake for anything else. And this is supposedly one of the tastiest and most highly prized wild fungi that are available. I've never managed to find it before, so I'm kind of breathless with excitement. So let's just have a look at it. So it's got a kind of quite firm, almost rubbery texture, bright orange body with a frilled cream coloured edge to the cap. And it's called chicken of the woods because apparently it is a very savoury and meaty mushroom. So without further ado, I'm going to pick some of this, we'll get it home and cook it. Okay, well I've harvested less than half of this fungus and it's more than filled my basket. Look at that, amazing. It does seem to be pretty much a specimen, absolutely in its prime. Let's get this home and get it cooked and give it a taste. Hopefully there's enough sustenance in that big log to sustain this fungus for many years to come. So I hope to be picking this again in this location next year, maybe on the other end of the branch or something. Right, let's get back through the river and get home. So yes, chicken of the woods and a mountain of it. Let's get a little bit cleaned up and fry it up in a frying pan and we'll give it a taste. So I'm just going to pick a smallish piece, maybe that bit there. Actually I think we'll cut one of those brackets off the bottom there. I think we got there just at the right time for this actually. I think any later and we might have, this mushroom might have started to degrade. The weather has been quite dry and so this is actually a fine specimen. It smells just incredibly mushroomy. So I think we'll get a couple of these brackets here just cut off and I'll set the rest aside and we'll just prepare these two. I'll just brush the dirt and bugs off them, slice them up and fry them, and then we'll give it a taste. So I'm not going to wash them, I'm just going to use a stiff brush to get that dirt off of there, like that. Just brush the dirt off, and if that doesn't work, then what will work is just a bit of kitchen paper, just to wipe the worst of it off. If it's really ingrained, we might just scrape it off with a edge of a knife like that. pretty good. Let's get that grit and dirt off of there. So we just slice it up into pieces, and it's a very firm and yeah, very substantial, not woody, but almost meaty sort of mushroom. So we'll slice that up into pieces like that, and the other bit. Just cut off the slightly woodier bit of the stalk. I don't think that's a problem, but we'll just cut that into chunks as well. Right, let's get a frying pan on. I can't tell you actually how excited I am to be trying this mushroom for the first time. It does just smell almost like sort of chicken and mushroom. I'll put a little bit of vegetable oil in just to start off and get that nice and hot. Okay, and then in we go with chicken of the woods. And we'll keep that heat nice and high because I want to kind of crisp it a little bit. We'll probably find that quite a bit of liquid will come off of here, and we're going to saute it until that liquid's all absorbed back into kind of a sauce. Just noticing a couple of little specks of dirt that I missed there. Now the aroma coming off of here is, I've got to say, one of the most savoury aromas I've ever smelled from a vegetable. Well, a mushroom. Mushrooms aren't technically vegetables, I know. So I've got a feeling this is going to live up to its name of chicken in the woods. And it's going to be a nice savoury treat for us. It's quite a substantial mushroom, so it's going to take a fair bit of cooking to be cooked through. And I have a feeling this is one of these species where you shouldn't cook it, you shouldn't eat it undercooked. So I'm just going to help that along now with a knob of butter. Okay, I'm just going to have a little bit of seasoning, so a little bit of salt, a little grind of pepper, and I think we must be nearly done. Yeah, that's really hot. It's interesting how firm this has remained, even throughout all the cooking. I expected it to shrink down a good deal more than it actually has. But it's certainly living up to its name so far, in that this is a meaty fungus. This is a substantial and chicken-like mushroom. I mean, these things have a name for a reason, and I can't resist just trying a piece out the pan here. Let's just blow on that. Wow, it's a really, really substantial just taste that. Taste a piece that's really cooked very well. I think it almost needs a sauce because it's such a firm, substantial mushroom. Let's just try a little bit of the thinner bit there. That would stand up well in a casserole or a stew or an omelette or something like that. It actually is, well, it's more meaty than some of the meat substitutes I've tried recently. Kind of needs a cream sauce or something. Let's just try. I'm actually just going to pour a little bit of milk on there. And then reduce that back down. There we go, that's all off now, so that's just cooking in the heat of the pan. Let's just try that with a little bit of a creamy sauce on it. That's really good, and I'm so glad to have tried this. It's a surprise actually, because I thought that was going to cook down and go a bit mushy, but this is actually just it's a really meaty mushroom. I know I keep on saying that, but look at that. You can see why it's called chicken in the woods, can't you? Look at that. It's very similar in texture to chicken, and I reckon, you know, bit of barbecue sauce on there, you could do a pulled chicken sandwich and nobody would know the difference. The flavour is even a little bit savoury and meaty. It's quite remarkable. So unlike beefsteak fungus, which was a bit of a disappointment, chicken of the woods has been quite satisfying and delicious. Okay, so this is the treatment I think it really needs, which is I've added a bit of cheese, a bit more milk and a bit more butter, and we're going to have that on a nice slice of toast and see what that's like. Okay, so served on toast as we do here in the UK. Everything can go on a slice of toast. Let's give this a try. So, yeah, that's pretty darn good. And here's how much it actually resembles chicken. I have a little helper here who wants to help me eat it. When it's cooked in a sauce like that, it's absolutely delicious and really substantial, very satisfying. So there we go. I hope that's been interesting. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.